free. That's why they be coming for me, bitch. My own place. When you ain't running this race, you ain't even did the top three. Okay, 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 bitch, okay, okay, bitch, okay, bitch, okay, okay. The bitch always got my name in her mouth. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Twerk on the dick in the name of this bitch. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I be forgetting where I'm at. Hey, what's the motherfucking tea, bitch? Okay, 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 okay. Can y'all hear me? I said, can y'all hear me? Hey, what's the Google Gaga? The bitch always got my name in her mouth. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, this is why I don't like sitting with my whole body on camera because I start getting, anxiety. Because I know some of these men be looking at my body parts and they be trying to look right directly between my legs. Okay. And yeah, you know, I got to cover up that lipstick because it's a big lipstick, and I don't want them looking at that, trying to gag on my lipstick. Okay, cause yes, honey, the niggas be thirsty, and let me tell you that lipstick just sends they minds crazy. I sound Mexican. I have Mexican in me. I'm 18% Mexican. I'm 2% Asian, 18% Mexican, and the rest is English and African American. English and African. Okay. And my daddy said we got some Cherokee in us, but I don't believe him. Okay. I don't think he know what he talk about. And my mama don't know none of her genealogy at all. Okay. She don't even know who her daddy is. Okay. It's a shame. She don't know who her daddy is. I be telling her to add people on Facebook with her same last name, but she still don't. So I think she just want to feel special, like she just the only one. So I think that's why she ain't reaching out and trying to add them people, cause she know they from her hometown, and she still don't be trying to add them. Like, girl, okay. I want to know who my mama side of her family is, not just on her, not just the people she know. Okay, who is on your daddy side? Because what else genes do I have up in me? I need to know what makes me who I am. Okay, my daddy done told me already because he showed me that it's a whole artist side with all these artists and all that, and how my name he gave me this name because it's like his grandfather name and all this other stuff. So he told me all my history and all that, but my mama, she don't know her history. Okay, 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 okay. But anyways, hey, before I got off here earlier, we was talking about streaks on sheets. Okay, do any of y'all men out here leave streaks on sheets? Because hey, okay, I got my legs, child. I don't got my fishtail no more. Okay, we had to beat Ursula ass so I can get my voice back because this hoe tried to steal my voice, okay? She tried to steal my voice. Okay. Ursula, aka Amoy. She tried to steal my voice over there trying to talk like me, trying to get 4C wigs like me, okay? Trying to switch up the colors. Like, girl, no. Trying to wear nails. Let me see if that bitch gonna get her nails this motherfucking long, okay? Let's see if you can wear nails like this without breaking them, bitch, okay? Okay, okay. Cause she's a lady. But anyways, yeah, before I got off here, we was talking about streaks on sheets, okay? And how these men do not be cleaning they Duncan Hines that good and how they be leaving streaks on people's sheets, okay? So yeah, do y'all keep y'all behinds clean? Do y'all keep y'all Duncan Hines clean? Have I been taking my V medicine? Is this somebody coming in here to troll me? You making me feel so important. I must be so pretty. Okay, is it the body? Is it the face? Is it the voice? Is it the personality? It's something. Cause you obviously feel like you need to take me down. And you can't take a bitch down who already down. They got to be up in order for you to take them down. Okay? Yeah, I'm glad you know. Okay, I hope you taking yours too, boo. Okay, we don't need nobody out here with no untreated HIV. Okay, Coco. Okay, Coco. Okay, Coco. Cause why is you up in that comments reaching for my crown, sweetheart? Okay, or why? I do not know. Oh, I do know actually. I do know. But it's just so unnecessary, okay? You would much rather want to be my friend than be my enemy, okay? You don't want to pick an opposition against me. That's not a good thing for you to do. I am a December Sagittarius. Whatever you do to me, I'm just going to do to you, okay? But I'm going to do it worse to you than what you would do to me. Oh, wow. I said, oh, I. But anyways, before I got off here, we was talking about it ain't time for me to take mine. Is it time for you to take yours? Is your alarm set for you to take your meds? Which ones is you taking? Okay, which ones you taking? Cause it's a whole bunch of different kinds. Okay, which ones is you taking? What city do you live in? Do you live in one of them cities with a real high HIV rate? Cause that's what it's giving. Okay, it's giving Georgia type of mentality. Okay, like you didn't finish high school. Okay. It's given I went to school in the urban areas, okay, where I didn't get the real education like the white people that was over there on the other side of town, okay, because they was receiving a different education than you was. That's why you in here, exuding, okay, that behavior because you didn't receive the right education, okay, at a young age. That's why you in here behaving like a child as an adult. Okay, clock that T. But anyways, yeah, so we was talking about, the streaks on the sheets, right? And the hotel hallways in the Viennas when you throw it down the hallway and you don't feel nothing at all. Okay. Yes, because the dude, he got very nice feet. Okay? It's so weird how the ones who have the nicest feet always be the ones with the streaks. Okay? If they got ugly feet, oh, they ain't gonna have no streaks. Okay? But if they got cute feet, oh, you better watch out for them doodle stains, honey. Okay? You better watch out for them doodle stains. What we gossiping about? We don't gossip up in here, honey. We just have tea. Okay? We don't gossip. Okay, we don't gossip. We just have tea. Okay, it's tea time. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, we don't gossip around here. We just have tea and we just sip and see. Okay? Let me sip and see. Let me sip and see. But what I was gonna say, yeah, we be talking about niggas in here. Like that's what we mostly talk about. The tea that we mostly discuss in my lives is niggas. That's our favorite topic. Okay? So if you wanna if you wanna talk about, a nigga that you know or anything like that, we will be glad to, discuss your tea. Okay, we'll be glad to clock your tea. You can ask me some questions about the niggas that I be messing with, because a lot of times what I do is I use the niggas who I mess with to give them advice on niggas, because I'm very mean, and I'm very intolerant when it comes to these niggas, and I don't play with them. So, they be, in here and listening to me. And plus, I catch feelings very easily. So, I have a lot of different dudes who I call my boyfriend, but, they all running a race at the same time. Ain't none of them in, like, So, yeah, the latest tea on the niggas is that, let me see. Okay, my DL Jamaican, he's already out the race. He blocked me actually. Okay, DL Jamaican blocked me. That's why we don't do DL niggas now, cause they always acting weird and acting crazy. Um, when is my birthday? December 1st. I'm a December Sagittarius, and yeah. So we got him, but the DL Jamaican, he moved out of town. That's good. Okay, now we don't got to worry about him no more. Now we just got to get over him with the feelings. And that's why I don't like Aquarius niggas now, because Aquarius niggas be the worst ones. Okay, they always want to play with you, just like this Aquarius that I went to go see tonight, who talk about he wanted to match, and then he tried to match his meat on my cheeks. Okay, and I said, hell to the fuck no. Because, first of all, you have a trans woman up in your bed who done got her meat removed. Okay? And you talking about you want to put your meat in my cheeks? How about you go put your meat in her sheet? Okay? How about you go put your meat where her meat got removed? Okay? Because she's the one laying in your bed, not me. Okay? So, yeah, I don't like Aquarius niggas, but it's like my boyfriend who get SSI, he yeah, girl. I'm talking about trade said, and then he just said it so subtle to me like it was nothing. Oh yeah, one of my friends came down from out of town. Her name such and such, and she got her meat removed, and she in there asleep in my bed. Bitch, first of all, let me tell you something. I know how this shit goes, okay? That hooker hoe came from out of town. She didn't have no money to get no hotel room, and what she did was finesse your ass and pretend like she was gonna do something with you just to mislead you and let her sleep in that bed. Okay? Cause she missed two out calls and people stood her ass up. And you know why? Because you got your meat removed, sweetie. How is you trying to be around here tricking with no meat? Okay? That ain't how that goes. Not up in this community right here. Like they don't understand. If a man want a V girl, okay, if he, I don't like that biological word, because it's like when people say biological, it's like you insinuating that a trans woman is a knockoff version of a woman, like you saying that this a second, or like it's some kind of other version, when there are two completely different versions that are one within itself. So just say what the fuck it is. It's a cisgender woman, but I don't like the term cisgender because it's a medical term and I'm not a doctor. So what I'm gonna start saying is V girls, okay? Because y'all have a V, and the T girls is the T girls, okay? But anyways, it's like if a nigga want, a woman with a sheet, he knows where to go get this from. He can buy a bitch, okay? He don't have to go to no trans woman who done got her meat removed. And it's like, if you want to remove your meat, that's great. You know, I love that. I'm proud of you. Remove your meat, girl. Do your shit. But it's like, if you finna do that, you are supposed to be living your life as a woman, child. Like, you don't supposed to be tricking. You supposed to be having a boyfriend and stuff like that. You supposed to be trying to get married to somebody. Okay? You supposed to have a job. You know, a career. You know, that's what you supposed to be doing if you're gonna remove your meat. You can't be removing your meat and still be trying to trick. Like, that ain't how that goes. That ain't how that works. Because out here in the tricking world, they want the meat, okay? They don't want that. That's why they come to you, because you the exotic one, you know? Like, I don't understand what they be going with that. You done got so addicted to tricking, you think that you can just keep doing this. Like, girl, no, did you forget? That's what they want. That's what they give you the coin for. So, you know, she done got stood up by two people. Okay, I don't even know why. Like, I don't know why people keep coming to Orlando thinking that they're gonna make so much money. It's so many trans girls here. You are, you know, it's they have a many to choose from. Like, I don't understand why they all trying to come here. Go to somewhere else, child. Florida is a big ass state. But yeah, so she over there in trade bed, and you know, I am jealous. I'm not gonna lie, because you know, if well, it's like this. I'm jealous, but I'm not jealous, because um, the boy can't even laugh without coughing. You know, I find that very suspicious. And then his body done got so skinny, he looked like a damn teenager. Okay, and he ain't used to be that size. He used to be bigger than that. So, you know, it's just weird to me. I don't know about that. Okay? And I don't think he got a primary doctor. You know, so it's like, you know, I don't really care if you, but it's just like, are you taking care of yourself? Like, damn, you know, like, come on now. I'm not trying to die of no HIV related disease. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm sorry. I forgot where I was. Damn, I forgot. I'm not on YouTube. But yeah, so you know, I just think that he needs to get that together, because that cough is worrisome to me. I just don't like that. It just sounds too sickly for me. And you know, then you're gonna spring this on me that you have a trans woman with the sheet in your bed. What kind of shit this is? But you're gonna tell me as I'm getting out of the car, I wanna put. He said he wanted to see my booty. He was like, I want to see that booty. And I was like, what? And he actually said it again. And I did a laugh. You know, I was laughing as I closed the door and was walking towards the store. Yes, child. The boy said that he wanted to see my booty. And I'm like, you know, this was like when he said that his friend came from out of town now. You know, my intuition be, you know, the spiritual world be helping me. They be like, bitch, tune in, radar, like, hold on, red flag. Okay, you ain't listening, bitch. Okay, he said his friend came from out of town, but you know already this ain't no girl who was born as a girl. Okay, this ain't no girl who was born as a girl. You know that he be messing with the dolls. You know he be messing with the girls. Okay, and the bitch is in there asleep in his bed. This ain't no woman with no vagina. Okay, well actually she do got one, but she got it changed into one. But I'm just saying she wasn't born with a vagina. Okay, so you know I had to think to myself, and then when he said that when I was getting out the car, you know I wasn't really too flattered about that. You know I was kind of like insulted a little bit, because I'm like, bitch, didn't you just tell me that somebody came from out of town and they sleeping in your damn bed? So yeah, as I got back in the car, I don't know if reality had hit him or what. It's just like something changed when I got back in that car, because he was acting different. He acted different. I don't know if he just felt my vibe or what, but he was acting different. Okay, he was acting different. And then he started telling me more about this girl. And I'm like, this nigga got feelings for this girl. He got feelings for her. He really want to hit, okay? But she ain't letting him though. Cause she really is, stringing him along because she probably don't want to buy no hotel room. Okay, she already got stood up by two people. Okay, so she ain't making no money. She in there sleep. Okay, but guess who made a coin though? For let some guess who got who guess who made a coin? Okay, when the white boy was eating my meat. Okay, now you see how you done got your meat removed and turned it into a sheet. That could have been your meat it ate up. Okay, that could have been your meat, and then he in a hotel room, so you could have finessed him, and he would have let you stay the night. Okay, but no, you done got your meat removed, and now these people is in here is standing you up here in Orlando. Like you don't know these niggas like meat over here. Okay, they like meat in this city. Okay, so yeah, that's just crazy. Yes, honey. Okay, these DL niggas like meat. Even if they want you to eat they meat, they still want to see yours. They want to see it down there, dangling between your legs. They want to. It's sometimes they be shy, but they still be wanting to touch it. They want you to um turn the other way so that you can be up here towards them. They don't want you to put it in their face. They want you to go like on the side while you eat and they meet up, and then they want to play with yours while it's backed up. Okay, while your face, you know what I'm saying? They be feeling guilty, and it's different levels to this. But if you're gonna be in this game, you cannot be removing your meat, honey. You is really lessening your chances of making. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's why you in that bum ass trade bed sleep. The one who over here who can't even laugh without coughing. Okay, in that bum ass trade bed sleep. The one who over here who can't even laugh without coughing. Okay, you go. Somebody else's house. So mm-mm, that's not how that goes, child. Like you got to get it together, sweetheart. You better go and tell them, go ask them doctors if they still got your meat up in there before they give it to some stud. Okay, go and see if them people still got your meat, honey, because it's about to put you out of work. You ain't even working. You ain't even making no money. Like what? Child, you don't want to know. Okay? That's why I don't even work every night because it goes up into the thousands, you know? But it's just like for real though. Like, that's why like the dude who I went to and I just made the white dude, okay, I ain't gonna even lie. I got 240 from him. Okay, I did, and I stayed over there for an hour and a half. He told me 2 hours. I said, that's too long for me. I can't do no whole 2 hours. Okay, and he was like, oh, just try to stay just well, I guess like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm only gonna do an hour and a half. Okay, when I see 9:30 come to on my phone, I'm gonna get ready and go. So when 9:40 came, I was putting on my clothes. Okay. So that's what she needs to do. And like tonight, I'm not finna do nothing else with nobody. I'm just finna chill. I'm finna stay home. I'm not finna be out doing all that like that. I know how to just get that coin and sit the fuck down. Okay. I don't got to go hard and go crazy like that. That's how you get yourself hurt, being too greedy. Okay. I went to go see my boyfriend. I tried to go see that trade just to chill with him because sometimes I just don't be chilling with people. I be being mean to people and I just don't really allow people in my space. So I was like, I'm gonna just go see what this be by. Let me see if he's still coughing like that. You know, I just want to go check on him. Cause he got a soft spot in my heart, but at the same time, I'm a Sagittarius, and I was like, cut you the fuck off and cut you loose in a heartbeat, and won't even look back. Okay, And that's what it's finna be now because I got in my feelings when he told me that it was a bitch in his bed sleep. Even though I was like, this bum ass trade, this, and that, at the same time, I was hurt. And it made me feel a little bit insecure because I'm like, damn, I'm not that far along in transition. This bitch so far along, she can get to sleep in a nigga bed. Okay? I'm not getting them privileges yet. Okay? And she done removed her damn meat. Like, what kind of shit this is? So, I was hurt by that. Okay? That's why I went to go see my SSI trade. But it's like my SSI trade is not really mature like that. He only 26. you know he fine. He mature to an extent, but it's still a lack of maturity. I'm 41. I like people around my age range, not people that's up in their 20s. Okay? Like, for real. Okay? Okay? What is a trade? A trade is basically a nigga who likes, the girls, and they like girls too. Okay? They like the girls and they like girls too. They'll mess with a punk too sometimes, but the punk got to be, you know, they got to be T, okay? They got to be T because they don't just mess with anybody. Like, trades are more picky. See, the DLs, I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. We ain't gonna even get on that. Okay, I don't like DL niggas because they act so weird. Okay, they do the most weirdest stuff. Like, somebody came knocking on my door at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, who in the fuck just comes and knocks on people's doors? And you think I'm gonna let you in? What, you thought I was gonna just let you in my house and eat your meat? I'm not finna do that stupid ass shit. Like, why would I even do that? Why are you even knocking on my door? That is some dangerous ass shit. Like, why? That's scary as hell. It's crazy. I'm like, why? What made this man think that he can even do that? You know, some DL person around here watching me. You know, a trade ain't gonna do that. Okay, the trades actually ain't even gonna talk to me. Actually, it was one trade that did talk to me who lived on the other side, and he had a dog, and he was always conversating with me and stuff and talking to me. And I can tell he really liked me, but he was kind of scared to pursue it. Okay. But yeah, the trades usually don't care. The trades be more open. Like, one time I was in the store, and this man who worked in the food part of the gas station, he told me, when I was walking past, and then when I was standing at the register, he talking about, you looking for me? And I just laughed because it was funny and cute. But the trades don't care, honey. They a little more open with what they like. You know, the trades will holler at a trans girl in public and won't care, about what, who looking or none of that. Because a lot of times they know, they be like, this the last time I'm gonna see her. Okay, this the last time I'm gonna see Capri out here walking around. Okay, so let me get her while I can, cause I don't know when I might see her ever again, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find her online. So let me just, act on this opportunity right here and now. And we got different kinds of trades too. They come in different levels. Like, you got, like a lot of times we give our trades names. Like, it will be like trade with the dreads or trade on the bicycle. Just certain names to remember them. Like how I say SSI trade. I got a SSI trade, a trade slay chase trade. What else? A DL Jamaican trade. Well, not I don't have him no more, but I used to have one like that too. Okay, trades come in different kinds. A lot of trades be standing around the store. Like, a lot of trades, okay, a lot of times I can clock a trade T. A lot of trades be homeless. Like, a lot of trades be homeless. I don't know why. A lot of men who be homeless be trade. Okay, a lot of men who be homeless be trade. I don't know why they be like that. Maybe it's something they happen in their life or something. But yes, Okay. Yes, honey. Now I got titties and I'm on mounts, sitting real high up on my throne. It's sitting real high up on my throne. Okay, titties at the top. Okay, and that's why he wanna. Okay, yes. What I was finna say? Oh yeah. A lot of times when I'm getting ready to walk into a store, I be like, this a homeless trade right here standing in front of this store. And I know when I come out this store, he gonna expect me to give him some change. Like, I don't know why. They just feel like us queens have money, but they just expect for you to give them some change or a dollar or something. And then a lot of times they be asking you for a ride. But see, it's like if they ask you for a ride, just know that he finna take your hand and put it on his meat. Okay? Just know that he finna try to, get you to eat that homeless meat. He gonna try to get you to touch it. Like, I don't know, the homeless man always betrays. Okay, yes, child. Okay, a lot of times men they over sexualize the hell out of us. Okay, just like a black man, black men get over sexualized and trans women get over sexualized too. Hey, okay. We do. That's why I be careful when I'm outside because sometimes men think they can just approach you and just do sexual stuff to you. And they think because they seen these videos and stuff online of these people doing this different stuff, and they think they can act this out in real life. Not knowing that every trans girl is not the same. Like every girl ain't about this. Every girl ain't trying to do that. Some of us are nurses. I know one trans girl who is a governor of some state. I can't remember which one it is, but she a governor. It's one who is an actress. Well, it's a lot of them who are actresses, but it's models. It's different kinds. So it's like you can't approach every girl the same. She not finna be about that. Every girl ain't trying to eat your meat up. Okay. Like when I was downtown, some dude he was like, he was like, you a trans, and I was like, yeah. And then he tried to get me to eat his meat up. And when I told him no, he was like, oh, you must be going to see somebody. And I was, bitch, I am going to see somebody. Like, why would I just eat somebody meat up on the street? Like, what? Okay. But yeah, that's how they be doing this, child. They really over sexualize the hell out of us. Okay. Okay. I'd be like, honey, if I had a vagina, you would not be doing this to me. Okay. So, keep that same energy. Okay. Don't come over here harassing me like that. What's wrong with you? Just like the person knocking on my damn door. I don't even know who the hell this person was. Like, that's the scary shit because it's like, who the fuck is watching me go into my apartment? You know? And I felt it that night too. I was like, somebody is watching me. I felt like somebody was watching me, and I kept looking all around too. I was really concentrating, like trying to focus because I felt somebody watching me. Okay. So yeah, and it happened like around this time right here in the morning, and they kept knocking too. Like they knew I was asleep, and they was trying to wake me up. Okay, and they was knocking soft, like they didn't want nobody to hear, but hard enough to try to wake me up. Okay, that's some scary ass shit. Okay, and when I opened the blinds, because I thought that maybe if I just open the blinds and say a few curse words, he'll leave. But no, he was still trying to say something, and I had just woke up, so it's like not computing in my brain, and then I had to say it like through the crack of the door so he could hear me. I was like, get the fuck off my porch, get the fuck from around my house. Like, I had to make my voice deep. That's what I was just telling them people too the other day too. Like, Somebody asked me why your voice so deep. Like, child, you have to have a deep voice. Okay, I would rather have a deep voice when I'm talking to these people like this than be having some squeaky ass high pitched voice. Like, they ain't finna be taking me serious. Shit. Okay, I'm already small and skinny, and then I got a high pitched squeaky voice too. Oh hell no. They really don't feel like they can dominate the hell out of me. Okay. Yes, child. And then the crazy thing, sometimes I be forgetting to lock my damn door because I be feeling so safe because in this neighborhood, it's a lot of black people around here, and it's like everybody gets along. It ain't never no drama like that. It's like Wakanda, honey. It's just peaceful. Okay, so like that. It's like Wakanda, honey. It's just peaceful. Okay, so I fuck is trying to call me like that. Like, don't call my phone. What is wrong with y'all? But yeah, child. I be feeling like I'm in Wakanda because it's so peaceful over here, you know. But yeah, I still be locking my door now though. And now I'm finna get some new neighbors because two people that moved out of their apartments. I got a Hispanic man that live over there on the right side of me, and I think it's another Hispanic man on that side. I'm not sure, but they don't care about me. And I'm glad that it's men who are older because men don't really be giving a fuck about me, and they don't give a fuck. Okay, it be a lot of times it be women, honey, that be causing commotions. The lady who just moved out from on that side, it was a black lady who was not very attractive, and she never spoke to me. Okay, the whole time that they lived over there, even though I really don't give a fuck, but it's just like I grew up in this neighborhood. I grew up around here. I used to sit on my porch with my legs crossed, and I used to make a lot of friends by being myself, sitting outside with my legs crossed. I had a stalker when I've had a few stalkers, and one of them, like, okay, this one boy, he said he knows all my social media stuff. And one day when I was on a live, he was like, "Oh, I've been watching you for so long, but I just finally decided to basically engage with me, with talking to me. I've never seen this boy face. I never know his name. He said he got my phone number. He said he followed me on Twitter. He basically knows all my social media, but I don't think he know my TikTok though. But he said he followed me on all my social media, and I'm like, how long has this person been watching me? Like, this is scary to me. And the part that was scary to me though is like he wanted to be with me in a relationship, but he was like wanting it so bad, and he just kept like almost begging for it. So I'm like, cautious of that because I'm skeptical about stuff like that. You can't rush into no relationship with me. So when he did that, I was like, I FaceTimed him one time, but then I was like, I gotta get ready and go. And he didn't want me to get off the phone. And when he got out, when I was getting ready to hang up, I seen him do like a mean face. But it looked kind of scary. Like it didn't look like he was playing. He looked as seriously mad and angry. And I'm like, oh hell no, I don't want to be with nobody like that in no damn relationship. Like what? Uh-uh. Boy, I'm not trying to be staring at no washer and dryer for the rest of my life down up in somebody's basement. I'm not finna do that. And it was another dude though. This shit was scary too, but it was weird because one morning, like, see, every morning when I get up, I just walk straight to the window. I always look out the window. I don't know. It's like a habit. I just go look out the window. So when I got up that morning, this was in my last apartment. Okay, what spirit? Is the spirit in my house? I don't care about no damn spirits. I'm looking at Ghostbusters, honey. I don't give a fuck about that shit. If it is a spirit in here, they can't do shit to me. So I don't give a fuck about them. But what I was finna say, um, damn, what was I finna say? Oh yeah, it was this dude, right? When I had went and looked out the window, and when he was standing down at the end of my driveway, and he was caressing his self, okay. And when he every time a car came past, he'll put his shirt down over it. And then, like, I was looking like, do I know this person? Like, I ain't never seen him before. Like, he had long dreads. He had on a plaid polo shirt that was red and black stripes. And he had on some cargo shorts that was, I think, either white or red or something like that. And he had a hat on too. And he had a jacket on, like a jacket with a hoodie on it. But every time when he turned around, every time a car would come, he'll cover his meat up. But he was standing, and then like when he got ready to bring his kids to play, this man faced my window and stared right at my living room window when he made his kids come out. And that's what made me say, this person knows who the fuck I am. Okay. And that was some weird ass shit. Okay. This man just beating his meat up in my damn driveway. He was standing out there for a minute. Like, it wasn't just no quick thing. He was standing out there for a while. That's why I was staring like, do I know this person? Like, who the fuck is that? And I was scared to go out there, and I wasn't finna go out there and go say, oh, who is this? Child. Okay. 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 Yes, honey. He was standing down there at the end of that driveway, beating that meat. A black dude, a dark skinned dude with dreads. Okay. So I always be careful of them because they be acting crazy. Okay. Especially these DL niggas. Okay. Yes, honey. He was down there in that driveway, and it was early in the morning. It was like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Child, if I lived in the ghetto over there, honey, it was the ghetto. See, over here I live in the hood. It's just a bunch of black people and Hispanic people, and it's actually different kinds of people. It's a mixture of people. It's just a lot of different kinds of people actually, but it's majority black people. But yes, honey. Okay. I had to take that other wig off. It's got too many curls and stuff. I can't do that. I need something that's just gonna sit. But yes. Okay. I used to live in the ghetto, honey. Like, even like before I moved, because before I moved, my titties had started growing, and you can kind of see them a little bit. And I used to mow my own lawn because the landlord, they said we either had to hire somebody or mow out. But I was like, I'm gonna mow my own grass, because I like to do stuff. I'm adventurous. So, child, this was the last time that I ever tried to do something manly. Okay. I said never again because, first of all, I almost passed out when I was doing it. And like, I did it so many times. I mowed my grass so many times. But this time, I almost passed the fuck out. And it wasn't even that hot outside. I don't know what it was. It wasn't that hot. And then, like, I'm thinking because my titties was so small that, people couldn't really see them. But when I started mowing that grass and I started sweating, child, them niggas was like, and then see, the thing was, my neighbor, the dude who lived behind me, cause I lived in the duplex and I lived in the front, he lived in the back, and when he had, like, he used to always have people coming over there, and my neighbor was a trade too. Okay, he was a old trade, and he was a street pharmacist, and he always tried to get me, but he had a girlfriend who he lived with. Like, honey, I'm not finna do that shit. He even tried my friend. Okay, he tried my friend, honey, because my friend looked like me, but I knew he was gonna go after him. But when I was mowing that grass, and all them trades just kept on acting like they was coming to see my neighbor. They was coming over there on their bicycles, walking up over there, and they just kept on staring at me and looking at me. And I'm like, at first I was like so paranoid. I'm like, is these people trying to rob me? Do they want to fight me? Like, why they keep looking at me? Like they was scaring me. But um, I could see that they was looking at my titties. Okay, they didn't care because no, it was so ghetto over there. It's so many trades over there in that neighborhood, and they do not care. They don't care. It's not like over here. Them trades don't care. Okay, over here it's more like they gonna be discreet because there's so many black people. They don't want people in their business, and they don't want to be accused of being gay and called gay and all that shit. But no, over there on that side of town, you call one of them out their name, honey, they gonna be ready to fight you. Okay, they be drinking and getting drunk and doing stuff, and child, it was real ghetto over there. Okay, real ghetto. My neighbor used to be fighting people. Like he fought. This man fought. Okay, like it was this light skinned dude who he let live with him. They might have been messing around with some. I don't know. But he let the dude live with him, and this man beat the man up and like drug him outside and was beating him up in the driveway. I was like, child, that old man was always fighting people, but he was built too. When did you start your transition? 2 years ago. Okay. 2 years ago started my transition. Wait a minute. Let me finish. Okay. My titties start growing first, and now my legs is starting to shape up. My body got softer. The first thing that happened was I stopped sweating so much like I used to. Like I wasn't sweating like I used to. Um, I started craving for sweet stuff all the time. I started having mood swings. Yes, honey, I love it. Okay. Only thing that I didn't like is when I first started like really getting into my transition, it just came all this bullshit about trans people. Like every other day is some shit about trans. Then Ron DeSantis was trying to put the ban on trans people, and then it's like all this other crazy shit. I'm like, damn, why do all this stuff want to happen when I start transitioning? I mean, for real. Because, pre-transition, when I used to be, and the crazy thing is when I look back at pictures of me, I be like, damn, I was so strong and hard and manly. I was very hard. And, I look like a whole nigga with a wig on. But it's like, the crazy thing is like, um, what I was finna say, damn, um, yeah, like, um, it was crazy how I started getting all this flack. But before I started transitioning, I didn't have all this stuff like this going on. People didn't even give a fuck. Like nobody gave a fuck. And I'm like, I looked so hard and so manly. And it's crazy how I didn't receive as much criticism as I do now when I go out in public. It's like I always have to exude the main character energy, and sometimes I don't be in the mood to be that person. Sometimes I just want to be an extra in the movie, honey, and I don't want all that attention. But people just gravitate towards, especially, and then it's like the people don't understand what this is. It's so much details to it. They don't understand it at all. And I be like, how is it that, a person who didn't finish school, who doesn't like science, who doesn't understand anything medical, who isn't spiritual, how do you think you're supposed to understand what it is to be a trans person? Like you don't even have the right openness in your mind. Like your mind don't even have enough openness to understand something like this. You too close minded. and then they want to get online and tell all their opinions and shit like that. And it's like very hard because it's like some days I just want to get on TikTok and laugh or some, on Facebook or whatever without seeing some shit about a trans person, especially the derogatory dumb shit. And it's like these social media sites do not censor these people. Like they just can say any damn thing and just get away with it. They just don't give a fuck. Okay? And that shit be hurting. Like it hurts and it gets to you some days. And you have to be so strong to really deal with it. Okay? Okay. Like today when I was in Walgreens, it was a Hispanic lady. She kept looking in my damn face. I don't know if she was one of the girls or not. She looked like she might have been one. Maybe that's why she was looking at me. She might have been trying to get my attention. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I don't like people looking all up in my face. And so when I went up to the register, it was a black girl who was trying to hurry up and get in front of the line before me. Like soon as she looked at my face, cause they seen my hair. I had this curly blonde hair on, and I was looking fierce as fuck. Okay, slaying for the gods. And it was no competitors. Sometimes I have to be like, let me just dress myself to where a bitch will not be able to compete with me none whatsoever. Okay, I'm finna slay these hoes because I already know they gonna criticize me. So let me just slay the fuck out of them and leave no crumbs. Okay, so when she looked at my face, that's when she clocked my teeth. Of course, I don't even give a fuck anyway, cause I'm proud of being who I am. But she thought that she thought it was best for her to take upon herself to try to hurry up and fast pace walk to get to the line ahead of me. And I'm looking like, bitch, I don't really give a fuck because the nigga that you rushing up there to that counter to is ugly as fuck and he looks like he is, homophobic or transphobic or something. I can even tell just by how he dressed and how he carry himself. Okay? Because he very much looks like he has a bunch of doodle stains up in his drawers. Like he is scared to wipe his ass because he think he gonna turn gay. He got no chest muscle at all. So that let me know you don't be in the gym. You're not exercising your body, but you got a big booty like a Haitian. Like, honey. Like, ew, that is not cute to me. And then you got this little short ass mini afro that's balled up looking like a bunch of goddamn like, no, ma'am, honey, I'm not with this shit. So, when I looked at the next cashier, she was very much inviting. She was ready for me to come up there with that synthetic wig on with the bang going to the side right there. Okay, she was very much ready. Her makeup was looking pretty. Her eyelashes was short and cute. Okay, that's what I be telling girls. Do not put no, these type of eyelashes make you look manly, honey. They gonna make you look more masculine. You need to put some short, cute eyelashes on. Okay, and that's what she was giving. Short, cute eyelashes, round face like Carisha used to have. Okay, till she went and changed her shit and got her damn chin pulled. Okay, she had the cherubic face, under the bottom. I love the baby fat under the bottom. Okay, and she was very much invited. She asked me how my day was going, asked me if everything was okay. I'm like, yes, girl. Okay, I'm loving this. At this point, I done looked at her and looked her in her eyes because I'm like, damn, okay, bitch. Okay. Because let me tell you something, I don't give people the opportunity to look in my eyes. No, you not finna get that opportunity. I will look at your forehead, I'll look at the side of your head, I'll look at your body language, I'll look at something completely different. I'm not going to allow you to look into my eyes. Just like the lady who was coming up behind me, the black lady with the shopping cart, she tried to look in my eyes too when I was coming up off of an aisle. And I just did my eyes just like that, and I knew my mug was looking sickening, okay, with the long eyelashes, and I just let her catch that drift. Okay, I let her get her 2 seconds of stare, as she walked past, because I'm like, I'm not finna engage with you. Okay, I'm not gonna look you in your eyes because it's like a lot of times people want to give you this negative reaction, so I don't even give them the opportunity. Okay, I don't even give you the opportunity. I'm not going to even acknowledge your presence. Okay, you are an irrelevant person to me until you show me that you are worthy of my acknowledgement. Okay. Because no, like sometimes you got to remember a lot of people when they like this is a factual thing that you have to remember, and I'm gonna tell y'all this before I get ready and go, because a lot of people did not finish high school, okay, and then you got a lot of people who even if they did finish high school, they really wasn't paying attention. Okay, they just learned enough to pass the grades. They didn't retain this information. And then a lot of people did not further their education, which means that they do not have the ability to do critical thinking, okay, which is vital, okay, because a lot of people think, oh, when you go to college you just learn and stuff and you getting paid more money. No, you do a lot of things in college that involve other people who are also like-minded smart people, but also different from you with different upbringings and different um things to bring to the table, different values, different ideas, different perspectives. So, it allows you to have a much more, a broader openness to the different kinds of people that exist in the world. And a lot of people who just went to high school or skipped school, they don't have that mindset. They don't have that ability to critically think and assess a situation or look at things from different perspectives. Okay. 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 But yeah, I'm finna get off here though, y'all. Thank you so much for listening. I got my link to my YouTube in the bio. I'm gonna start trying to go on there more often. But I'll see y'all later though. Okay? See y'all later. Okay. Okay.